You can actually make it happen faster by doing this work. And so the power of this is to dream really big, and then through the course of the prompts that I'm going to be sharing with you, you will figure out how to speed up that timeline by taking the actions and moving in line with that version of yourself today. We're all trying to become a new version of ourselves. Maybe that version of ourselves is healthier, wealthier, more fulfilled, has more going on socially, whatever that might be. Now, for all of us on this journey, the most important thing for us to remember is that while we might look at that version of ourselves and call them our future self, Einstein actually says that the distinction between the past, the present, and the future is an illusion. Now, what does this mean? This really means that time is not real. Time is a construct. It's something that we use to make sense of life, but there are no absolutes. And what this really means for us who are trying to become our future selves and improve our lives is that there is no actual timeline for how quickly or slowly your life can change. It really just all comes down to the decisions that you make in your day. And so today, if you start making decisions that are moving you in the direction of your future self, you are speeding up the process of changing your life. And of course, on the flip side, if you start making decisions that are keeping you stuck as your present self, if you keep playing out old patterns that reinforce the things that you want to change, you're going to drag that process out. And so how do we actually get in alignment? How do we make decisions that move us towards our future self? I find that the easiest way to do this is through journaling. We have to actually put on the perspective of our future self and ask our future self for help, for guidance, for advice. We have to get quiet and really look at our current life and ask, how would I approach this if I was that new version of me? If I was the wealthier, healthier, happier, more fulfilled version of me, what would I do today? Not what will I do once I have all the money and the friends. What will I do today as that version that I am becoming? And so I'm going to take you through a couple of my favorite journaling prompts that help me look at my current life through the lens of my future self. You're going to leave this journaling session feeling completely clear with a lot of great advice for how you can start showing up today as your future self. And the more you do this practice, the more you will move yourself along and speed up the process of getting to that future version of you. So honestly, I would recommend doing this practice every single day because that will bring you into the mindset of your future self, and you'll basically be training yourself to see your life as your future self to the point where you won't even need to do the journaling every day anymore because you'll already be thinking and viewing your life as that future version of you. So with that, let's get into it. This kind of journaling works best when you're really relaxed. So while you're going ahead and grabbing your journal, getting a pen, I also want you to think about how you can be kind to at least 3 of your 5 senses. Now, what does that mean? Be kind to your 5 senses. Just think about what you can do, for example, for your sense of smell. Can you light a candle? For your sense of sight, can you declutter a little bit? That is always my go-to because I always have little pockets of clutter around, and that is a habit that I am breaking. But think about your different 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, hearing, and taste. I always forget taste. But with taste, you can do something like, here, I have a cup of tea. You can get a little snack for yourself. What can you do to address at least 3 of your 5 senses? That is going to relax your body and just help you sink into the experience and get more out of it. To help with your sense of sound, I am actually going to be playing some soft, cozy, lo-fi music in the background just to give us something to journal to. If you do want to journal to your own music, or if you prefer to journal without music at all, you can actually go to the description of this video, and I have a version of this that has no music at all. So you can do that one and then just go ahead and play your own music or journal in silence or with ambient noise, whatever works for you. But for those of you who want to go along with me and listen to the music that I like to journal to, let's keep going. To start off, we want to paint a picture of who our future self actually is. And so I want to give you 5 minutes to just respond to this prompt. Who is the version of you that you would love to be 5 years from now? So just zoom out, let it feel really dreamy, let it feel really relaxed. And if you need some more prompts, you can play with these examples. What have you overcome? What have you accomplished? What are you most proud of? And what are you no longer dealing with? So that'll give you a good balanced understanding of like, what's the direction you're going in for the next 5 years? And then also, what are the things that you're outgrowing and letting go of? Now, I'm giving you the 5 years intentionally because I want you to think big and I don't want you to get caught up in what feels logical or realistic. But remember what I said at the beginning of this video, time is an illusion. And so I'm not saying that like whatever you write down has to happen 5 years from now. You can actually make it happen faster by doing this work. And so the power of this is to dream really big. And then through the course of the prompts that I'm going to be sharing with you, you will figure out how to speed up that timeline by taking the actions and moving in line with that version of yourself today. Go ahead and journal on that. I'll give you 5 minutes on the clock and I will meet you right back here for our second prompt. All right, so now that you know exactly who your future self is and how they're living, we need to get into their mindset. Remember, I said we have to kind of put on their perspective. So, in order to give you a chance to practice thinking like your future self, to practice getting into that vibe of your future self, I'm going to give you a couple of things to journal on. So, how does this version of you think? And really, we want to look at how do they think about you? Like what is their self-image? How do they think of themselves? We want to look at how do they think about the world? What's their worldview? Does your future self believe that life is unfair and the world is all going to hell and screwed up? Or is your future self a little bit more optimistic, perchance? Like, get into that mindset. How does your future self think about the world? How does your future self think about other people? Are there people who are in your future self's life, a spouse, a child, friend group, whatever it might be? How does your future self think about these people? How do they think about their community and those around them? And these are just some prompts to get your juices flowing, but really take some time to explore what is that perspective and that mindset that your future self has. Again, I'll put 5 minutes on the clock. Go with this, flow with whatever comes up. You really cannot do this wrong. And if you want to spend longer than 5 minutes, you can always pause this video and come back whenever you're done. But in any case, I will see you soon for prompt 3. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right, so now that we are in the mindset of our future selves, or at least we have some understanding of what that mindset is, I want you to actually ask your future self for advice. So, for these next 5 minutes, what you're going to do is journal out any questions that you have for that future version of you. So, maybe there's a situation that you're in today and you want help, like maybe there's a problem that you need to solve or a challenge that you're facing, as if you're asking a friend for advice or going to, like, your mom or whoever it is that you go to for support. Ask your future self these questions. And all we're going to do for the next 5 minutes is just free write, do like a brain dump of all the different questions that you could possibly have for this future version of you, for the version of you that is healthier, wealthier, living the life that you desire to live. So 5 minutes on the clock, brain dump, let it be easy, let it be fun, and I will see you very soon for prompt number 4. So, for our final prompt, we're actually going to channel out advice and guidance from our future self. Now, if you are not used to channeling, or if journaling in this way is not, normal for you, what I would encourage you to do is actually take a moment to breathe, get really, really relaxed, and get out of your head. So you might need to pause this video and dance around the room to your favorite song. You might need to take a few deep breaths and just soften your muscles, maybe do like a body scan meditation. If you are someone who channels often and you like writing in that way and you do those practices, then take whatever steps you need to take. But prompt number 4 is to actually see how that future version of you would respond to the questions that you have asked. So you already know how your future self thinks because we went over that in prompt number 2. You know how your future self thinks, you know their worldview, you know their mindset. How would that person address the questions that you just asked? How would that person address the situations that you're in today? So do whatever you need to do to get out of your head. Know that you literally cannot do this wrong. Let this be an exercise in play. Let it feel creative and artistic even. Just imagine and put yourself in the shoes of this future version of you. Get super comfortable, get super cozy, and just journal whatever answers, whatever guidance, whatever reminders, reassurance comes up, and you'll honestly be surprised at how much wisdom you have inside of you. Okay, 5 minutes on the clock. You can pause this if you need longer. what was it like to hear from your future self? I'm honestly super curious. So go ahead and leave me a comment letting me know who your future self is and what advice you got from them. I'm sure that everyone reading the comments will actually get a lot out of seeing what your future self said to you, because oftentimes our future selves have so much wisdom, and this wisdom can benefit all of us. So let us know what came up while you were doing this journaling. If you've made it this far in the video, I want to let you know about two really exciting things that are coming up. So first, I recorded a free future self meditation that brings you deeper into the experience of connecting with your future self, really visualizing them, and getting really good actionable insight on how you can embody that version of you every single day. And again, as you know from this video, that is how you really move things along and make changes happen faster in your life. So you could take something that maybe would have taken 5 years and get it down maybe to 2 years, maybe to 1 year, by doing this work consistently. And so I have this free meditation to support you in getting into that vibe every single day, and it's a great complement to the journaling that you did in today's video. So I'm going to leave that free meditation in the description below. And then the second thing I have is a retreat coming up. It's my U 2.0 retreat, and it's happening June 20th to the 22nd. Now, this retreat is for everyone who's on a personal growth journey, who wants to make sure that they are loving their current life, loving themselves, and not changing from a place of being mad at yourself, being mean to yourself, but really changing from a place of love, knowing that you deserve to grow, you deserve to evolve, but it's not so much about wanting to be different because you don't like yourself. So if self-love is something that you want to work on along with your personal growth journey, this retreat would be perfect for you. We're going to be doing deep journaling sessions just like this one. You're going to be in community with 3 other people. It's a 4-person retreat. You'll get hands-on, one-on-one coaching from me. We're going to be doing manifestation. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be in the Catskill Mountains, and all the information about the retreat is also down in the description below. So that is officially everything I had for you. I absolutely loved recording this for you. I hope that you loved doing your journaling. Take good care.